Hey, what is up guys? This is Sleet and welcome back to another episode of the 32 Heat series, and this is the aspect of Achilles. And the way Achilles works is that after you cast your special and you dash to it, your spear, your next 4 attacks or casts will be empowered with a plus 150% damage boost. So unsurprisingly here we're going to go with a cast build, and specifically we're going to go with the Ares cast, which is called the slicing shot. Our goal here is to empower our slicing shot as much as possible, so that's going to include getting the legendary and other slicing shot upgrade boons from Ares, getting the duo boon with Artemis for hunting blades, hopefully getting the duo boon also with Demeter for the freezing blades or whatever it's called, and yeah, so that's kind of the goal. We got to choose our gods carefully. So if you don't already know, you're generally limited to the first 4 gods that you see. That is a general rule. It's possible to get 5, but if you are going to have a specific build in mind, you have to be selective in terms of which gods that you choose. So I see here there's a chaos gate, and just generally speaking, chaos gates are great because they can give you some really good empowerments. But another thing to consider is if you're taking the tight deadline, and especially if you max it at 5, you want to still, you're not speed running, but you want to kind of play like a speed runner and try to get through each biome as quickly as possible. And going through chaos gates is a great way to do that, because if you don't know already, there are a set number of chambers per biome. Tartarus has a total of 14 chambers. Asphodel has a total of 10 chambers. And Elysium has a total of 12 chambers. There are limited exceptions to that, but those are the general numbers. In any case, a chaos gate actually counts as a chamber, so as you can see, we blew through that really quickly, and that helps with our tight deadline. And if you want to know what chamber you're currently in, just press select or whatever button you mapped for showing your boons, and it'll be appearing on the top right corner. So if you're gonna meg the sneak here, you gotta do it right when it appears, the very moment it appears, just like that. I didn't have to meg, but the sneak kind of sucks, and I don't have a good way to chunk it down, because it just disappears real quick. So why not just meg, I guess. Here I'm just making sure I get the correct prerequisites so I can get the hunting blades here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get the attack. So as you're seeing here and throughout the rest of this run, just you gotta get in the right rhythm with Achilles. Just dash, attack about 4 times, and then dash again, attack 4 times, and rinse and repeat. So there's no hammer that's actually going to help you really with your cast, but the serrated point is probably the best spear hammer in the game. It really boosts your damage output, especially if you have a high attack damage critical thing like Artemis. Then you're doing 3 attacks every dash strike, so you're more likely to crit. You do have the negative 25% dash distance though, so if you struggle with mobility and evasion, well, it might be something to consider, but you can always offset that with, say, Hermes boons that gives you, plus 1 or 2 or 3 additional dashes, or additional movement speed, things like that.
Somebody's going to be upset.
If you had... She won't like this. Let's give her a show.
Man, seeing that Artemis boon right there, this is the time when I regret taking the 80% convenience fee in the Pact of Punishment.
Always disturbing.
One small tip here, after you hit the fountain, I would actually check the item shop first and see, for example, if there is a forced chaos gate. Then maybe for the keepsake you'd want to take the chaos egg instead of something else. Unless you obviously want a particular god's boon, which I did. Also, if you are taking the Pact of Punishment item where you have to give up a boon, check that first before you pick your keepsake. That'll just help you out in terms of if you need to reorient your boon selection. Witches are probably the biggest reasons why you want to take Athena's dash, right? Because having the deflect is so helpful. But if you don't have it, just keep in mind that, you know, most weapons, their attacks can actually destroy projectiles, just like this. Like the serrated dash strike for the spears has a huge area of effect, so that will certainly help get rid of those bullets coming your way. For Hermes boons, my #1 priority is almost always trying to get the hyper sprint plus rush delivery combination. As you can see, I'm rolling here for those. Or for cast builds, I'm trying to get the cast related Hermes boons, like the auto cast and whatnot. Ultimately, to get the legendary Hermes boon where it automatically, after the cast is done, it will return to you. But did not luck out on this one. Oh yeah, freezing vortex, that's what it was called. So just checking here to make sure I have the right prerequisites. Gonna get the special. Clearly hunting blades is much more of a priority for me, so went left instead. Another quick reminder is that in mini boss rooms, the boons have a higher chance of rarity. So if you're gonna get a duo boon or something like that, or legendary, this is the best chance to get it. This is the best time to use your rerolls.
Let's do this again sometime, alright?
Dang.
Any other boons for me?
Double dang. One more time. Triple dang. Another quick tip here, so if you don't like the specific boons that Ulysses gives you, you can actually click give up and just come back right here at the start of it to make a reselection. But just note that you can't do that if you are going to post this on a speedrun or something like that.
Let's deal some death. Pest. In the name of Hades. Lerner, you really didn't have to reconstitute yourself just for my sake. I'm out. There.
Behold our power!
Hydra heads were never meant to fly.
So starting in Elysium, I would normally take my defensive keepsake, like the acorn, which is what I normally do. I already have my 4 gods and everything, but I really want those hunting blades, so I decided I'm just going to try to go ahead and pick the Artemis keepsake here.
Dead must have it pretty good up here. Hey, money. Over here.
One thing I'll say here is that I love about the blade cast is that it can pierce through those shield wielding enemies. All the other casts can be blocked pretty much, so this is pretty nice. As I said before, all the other hammers are kind of useless for a cast build. I'm just going to go with the extending jab, just because it can do a little bit of something with my empowered Achilles ability. Another nice thing about the Ares cast is that they just linger there and you can kind of just stand in them for protection, especially against these fire wheels or flame mules or whatever they call them. Not the big ones though, you still want to keep your distance away from them a little bit. So normally I'd be pretty excited for the free Hermes boon, but since my first Hermes boon was underwhelming and not the prerequisite that I needed, I'm just going to go with the shop.
Cheers, mate.
So another note about Trial of the Gods, when you are trying to get a duo boon, ooh, okay, Vicious Cycle, I got the best blade cast rune there. So, yeah, going back to what I was trying to say, the thing about Trial of the Gods, when you're trying to look for a duo boon and you're given the two gods for which you're looking for that duo boon, you're not going to get it. That's just kind of the nature of these trials. The gods hate each other, so you can't get it here. I'm not going to be able to get the hunting blades here, unfortunately. So we'll have to try to get Artemis again in a different room.
Well, Zach.
On the prowl.
Hey, but it looks like I didn't have to wait too long for that. I am at a little bit of a crossroads though, because I do want the Athena dash, but honey blades, right? Honey blades.
Asterius. All set.
Zagreus.
Alright, so
Look,
with the dialogue there, you know we got the duo boon, honey blades.
Better than one.
So here we go. Watch how much more damage I do now that the blades can... Okay, so I lose a DD. Yeah, that Asterius fight was pretty embarrassing. Apologize for that. And that is why I wanted the Hermes legendary boon, because that happens, right? When your buttstones get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and you can't get them. Yeah, just be careful which direction you throw them in. Although you can't quite control that with honey blades.
Good enough to eat. In the name of Hades. That's good. Come forth, fishes. Got a bite. Another car. I'm rich. Pleasure doing business.
All right, PP pressure points.
God's grace.
So now we'll probably be seeing some pretty large numbers now. So hopefully in the 5,000 plus.
Oh wow.
So using Meg here is a little tricky. The tip I will have to say is if you can move your joystick just a little bit upward, or even better in the direction that's perpendicular to how Asterius and Theseus are standing, then you'll be able to get them both inside of your area of effect.
You're next, king.
You scratched the detailing!
Also, I prefer to Meg in the beginning, but another time you can Meg is right here. As soon as Theseus' shield comes down, he has almost exactly 2,500 HP, just the amount Meg can deal. So you can kill him like that. Say you brought him down before you did Asterius, then you can get them all in one stone. That'd be great.
Again, my shade.
But yeah, my preference is to do it at the beginning so you can make sure you hit both of them and not have it go to waste.
Don't let me come up there, boy.
Got through Elysium. The Temple of Styx.
Another speedrun tip here, just because of the tight deadline, is to always go for one of the mini boss rooms first, because the mini boss rooms, if you're using Meg, for example, you can get through these rooms a lot more quickly than you would the other rooms, just because the other rooms have more enemies, take longer to spawn, yada yada yada. So yeah, definitely recommend you go through one of the mini boss rooms at the beginning and then go for another room where you actually care for that boon. Here I looked out because Artemis is a boon that I want. Hopefully we can get the Artemis a legendary here.
Meg. She'll chat later, okay? Okay. Olympus, I accept this message.
And what do you know? I got it. Awesome. Now I have 6 casts. Holy moly. So only the first 4 are going to get the empowerment from the Achilles special, but I can still cast the other 2 for some pretty ridiculous damage. Just like the flame wheels, just standing inside of my cast here for the protection against these dumb little rats.
Save the storage.
Really hoping for the duo boon here, and no. That's unfortunate. And no rerolls anyway, so we accept what fate has brought us in this run, which overall has been extremely awesome since we have the legendary and the hunting blades and 6 casts. So we are gonna count this as a very, very lucky run overall.
Want something to eat, boy? Huh? Here's the fee.
So still no duo boon, unfortunately. Ravenous Will is the obvious choice here, but just a plug for Killing Freeze. I really enjoy it. Not everybody does, but Killing Freeze is awesome. And now I have Snowburst, which is an fairly large AoE. So if you just get in the middle of a group of enemies and cast your Snowburst and chill them, that stacks up to quite a bit of damage. That's 8 seconds, every half second taking 20 damage. Not to be truffled with. Oops, I guess I let myself take the wrong choice. I was too blinded by the killing freeze. Sorry guys. If that happens to you, definitely take Ravenous Will.
Vigilant Cerberus. I can go. Oh, hi, Father.
Well, Zagreus, even if I vanquish you, arriving here is a sufficient feat.
Megara.
Megara, what are you doing here? Wretches of the underworld, I command you now to rise and fight for me. Darkness. Boy. Darkness.
Just let them try it.
How cordial of Olympus to appear.
Not yet.
Darkness.
Shield stand. Let's finish this then.
Blast you. You'll burn.
So when Hades starts healing like that, you gotta ask yourself, can I out DPS his healing? If so, you just go straight into killing, which I obviously could do. Otherwise, go hit those pots so that he stops regenerating.
Now, Cerberus.
And I was so close to killing him right there. I'm just wondering if it's actually possible to kill him in phase 2 before he summons Cerberus. I'll have to try that next time.
Fight me for real, Daniel. Got you.
That's going to work.
Blast.
And in case you missed that number, here it is in slow-mo, almost 8,000 damage.
Blast.
I did it.
Alright, well, there you have it. That was probably the most fun I had among my 32 heat runs. Hope you enjoyed that as well. I'm gonna be posting the rest of my 32 heat series here, so keep an eye out for those. And see you guys in the next video.